When you think of Appalachian folk, do you think of black people? Well, I'm here to say that yes, there's black people in Appalachia. And this is the story of a freed slave community in the hollows of Brown Mountain Creek located in Amherst, Virginia. The adventure begins heading southbound on the Appalachian Trail. The community was started by Mosey, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so we're going to call him Mosey.
We are headed to Brown Mountain Creek, which was a freed slaves village here in Appalachia, just off of the Appalachian Trail. Now, this is an amazing part of history that I have been wanting to see. It's about a 1.5-ish mile hike from the wayside up there. I think it's Long Mountain Wayside, and this is gonna be amazing. Now, as you could probably already tell, I have my anamorphic lens out, and I thought I'd use this lens because I haven't used it in a while, and it would make for a great dramatic effect on this piece of history. I can hear the slow trickle of water down in the creek below us. It's leaf covered. You can't really see the creek, but you can hear the water just trickling under it.
217, which was a plantation owned by Jesse Richardson in Amherst County, Virginia. It was 2,000 acres and was farmed by slave labor. They produced corn and tobacco. Mosey was Jesse's son, who he had by a slave. He was allowed to work in a mill owned by his father, so that's how he got the money to buy 220 acres. This was 3 years after the Civil War and made him one of few freed slaves to own land in Appalachia.
Just the way a bunch of these rocks are stacked, that was an old agriculture practice back in the day. I don't know if you can see that like right there, but they used to stack the rocks for agricultural purposes to farm the land back in the day. You see how these are all stacked? That's very deliberate.
Mosey's wealth increased, so he bought more acres, which brought the total to 700 acres. Just imagine this path with rock walls on both sides, leading to a freed slave community. He rented properties and cabins to other former enslaved people. There were at least 11 families that lived in this community.
Now that there's a lot of leaf covered, I'm kind of nervous to get off the trail and explore because I could fall down in a cellar or something. So I'm gonna take it pretty easy and just watch out for obstacles like that when exploring ruins, because it can happen. You can fall down in a cellar or a well or something, and you can't get back out. So just be very careful when you explore historic places like this. You can see this wall along Browns Creek. Maybe that's where the mill was. See that wall right there? It goes up the hill and all along here.
This location is such a prime location with the creek running right through the community. It must have been such a peaceful little place.
It looks like something is up here, just off of the trail. I don't know how I'm gonna get over there, but you can see this pile of rocks right here, and then up in that area it looks like a cellar of sorts. Trying to see if I can get over there without falling in a hole. It's like a cellar or an old style refrigerator. This is wicked. Looks more like an old style refrigerator, I'm thinking, but I'm not totally sure. This is awesome. These look like flattened stones, cut stones maybe. Maybe an old fire ring. That's what this looks like. Maybe it was a campsite here. Not from the village, but
There were just so many ruins scattered about the land, which made it perfect for exploration.
maybe spring water or something used to be down in there, or bathroom, or I'm not really sure. There also looks like it used to be a trail or some sort of road right there. There's just so much right there. Whoa. This is what you have to go through to get to some of these ruins.
These ruins appeared to be another building. I wonder if a family lived here. Who lived here? What was life like down in the holler? These are just some of the many questions that run through my mind while exploring places like these.
Looks like we made it to the shelter. I don't see anybody here. It's the logbook. Pretty great, luxurious shelter. This is the only water I've got. I didn't really bring any water. I figured I'd get some out of the creek. It's been a while. It's a Sawyer filter. You just screw it on the bottle. It's a platypus. And it should filter out most of the harmful stuff. Not all, but most. Enough to make it drinkable. Nice and cold, fresh water. Drinking the same water that my ancestors once drank in their freed community in this holler. Oh, that's amazing. So good. I didn't bring a headlamp, but as you can see, the sun is getting close to this ridge right there. Once it gets behind there, it'll start getting dark pretty quick. So I'm gonna start heading back up in a few. All right, so I think I have went as far as I'm willing to go, because that sun is gonna go right behind this mountain right there, and it's gonna start getting dark pretty quick, and I don't have a headlamp on me. So that means we are gonna head back, play it safe. I'm about 2 miles in, and this really wasn't a bad hike at all. It's fairly easy, but it is gonna be going up on the way back, so that may make it slightly more difficult. I certainly respect this land and this thriving community that the ancestors built. It's really surreal and amazing to see these places, although considering the times, it's just reliving that history and seeing it with my own eyes. That's just something I love to do. As you can tell, if you're not new to this channel, you know I love to do these historic hikes and find these abandoned places with history and tell the story of these places. That's what I love to do because I really love these places myself. This hillside right here has that indent in it. I wonder if this was anything. It's like a punch bowl. Now, I didn't see this before, but there is a massive structure that was there. 2 chimneys, it looks like. And to get over there, haha, yeah, I'm gonna have to walk across this tree. Whoa. This was a pretty big house. At least I think it was a house. It could be a communal dining hall or something. That was the chimney, of course. Oh, this is so cool. Made it back to the wayside. Oh, it's pretty constant uphill the entire time. Not too bad though. Well, that was a steady climb back up the entire way, but nothing too bad. But I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. It was amazing to see the ruins. It's always a blessing to be able to explore places like this and show it to the world, because places like this need to be known. But as always, explorers, I appreciate you watching this video, joining me and coming on this adventure. And if you stayed this long, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you saw something that I didn't see personally. And as always, peace, love, and have a great day wherever you are.